but the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up.
Back up.
I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up.
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams.
Go, man, 318. You ain't got nothing. Topo over here. Tighten up.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Logan, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check 3. Check 3. Check 99. Check 99. You go tight. You got tight.
They run with Logan. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just get going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly. Yeah,
usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Let's go! Let's go!
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
What's the run? They're running it.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
On second down, it's Logan, and he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
You must be getting 88. 51's the mic.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Returnable for Grant. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
What we got?
First down, Mariota. Open man is Trey Burton. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 24. Check 24.
Here's Mariota. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, man.
At their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check. Hey.
On the carry, it's Logan. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Watch the six.
On first down, Logan. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving lateral, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Number 53, Mike 53. Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Mike 53.
From the 35 on second down, Rodgers. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Right here. Win 18. Hey, let's get this. Get 300. Over. Win 18.
Throwing on third and long. Rodgers. He's got Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 22. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Second and 9 at the 18-yard line.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, baby.
They'll run it here with Logan. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And Butker able to put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Broken tackle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw is Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mariota. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 3rd down, Mariota. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He'll put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that. Super toe.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is caught by Evans. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play that time for the Rams. 54 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and goal on the Seahawks 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Check 13.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
258. 50, Mike's 50. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now Rodgers. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Quincy Enunwa. His third touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there. We keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Rams 28-yard line.
Blue 18. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
On play action, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing, Mariota. Oh, nice move. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 25 on second down, Rodgers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Mike. You rush.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So it can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. Third down here.
Brings up third down and 10.
319. You're not ready. Hey, take 26. 50. Mike's 50.
And again, it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Following the interception here, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Williams, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 15. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Whip. We're all right. Switch.
On second down now, it's Logan. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw is Rodgers. To throw on third down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here comes Grant on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Switch it. One.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And he's got room. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Zerline now for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. This one complete to Devin Funchess. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. One. 54
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. It's Williams on the catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He's got the first down inside the 10th, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Zerline good with a PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On play action, Rodgers. He finds his target, it's Evans. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, pump. For the 50. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Rodgers again now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Rodgers to throw again. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That goes for a gain of 31. They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rodgers with a keeper, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Aaron Rodgers with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
At the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Mariota to throw it. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Seattle.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Mariota now. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Allen's got it complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers now on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check back, check back. 26. Go to 50. Mike 51. Double dog. Thanks.
Now Rodgers going to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Rodgers now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Logan. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On first down, Coleman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Coleman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Letting one go deep for a noon walk. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for L.A. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard.
Check. Crunch.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone, and with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rodgers to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle, and this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. They'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10.
Hey, team 6. 15.
Mike is a 15.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Check 53, Mike. Cover.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Back to throw.
Rodgers pass. Intended for Mike Evans. Incomplete. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this is off the left upright, and it caroms in. Not the most convincing kick you'll see, but he got it to go. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying.
And it's intercepted! Picked off by Stephon Gilmore, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Get 300! Get 300! Get that ball! Get that ball!
First throw of overtime for Rodgers. Safarian Jenkins has it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I got you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 50. Check 50. Right now. You got 58. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. Easy, 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 easy.
They run again with Logan. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The tackle made by Landon Roberts. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. On 2nd down, here's Smith. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their 2nd timeout here. On 3rd down, Logan. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
A 26-yard attempt.
He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance out field goals from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Los Angeles, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.